here with Life Pro Fitness, and today we're going to be talking about one of our latest models, the Pulse FX massage gun. So this gun we actually developed with a very specific demographic in mind. If you have thicker muscle groups, say for instance you are a firefighter or a policeman or a pro football player or a heavyweight bodybuilder, this machine is for you because it has a 16mm depth on the machine gun part that comes in and out versus a lot of our other models or other models out there that only go from 10 to 12. So if you have thicker muscle, then stay with me because this gun is absolutely perfect for you. Let's talk about the machine and the parts of the components in the machine. So as with any of our models, it comes with a sleek black carrying case and it has a nice little handle here so it can be stowed away and easily travelable. So go ahead and pop out your gun and let's go ahead and take a look at it. So of course it's in our Life Pro Fitness Blue, which I love. So the first thing you're gonna do when you get this model is be sure to charge it in the wall, and on the bottom you'll find a charging port here. Usually takes anywhere between 1 and 3 hours to fully charge, and you can tell when it's fully charged by these 3 lights. Once they stop blinking and they're all fully lit and staying stationary, you are ready to use the gun. So go ahead and take it out of the wall and let's dive in. So I've already attached one of the heads. There are actually 4 components that come with this, 4 different interchangeable heads. And let's go ahead and take a look at the power. So we have an on-off toggle switch here. So you're gonna go ahead and flip it up. Now there's 3 different speeds and you can tell by the lights that are lit up. So there's 1, 2, 3, and it starts out at 30 Hertz or 30 frequency and runs up to 50. So it goes 30, 40, and 50. So let's go ahead and take a look at the power of this gun. So let's turn it on. And here we are at the first positioning. All you have to do is press this button to go on up to the next one. Here's 40, and last one, 50. All right, guys, I just want to say that this gun is not playing around. So if you have thicker muscle tone in your body, then you're going to want to pick this up. So another really cool feature that a lot of other guns might not have out there is if you press this in here, you can actually adjust the head. So you can take it up, make sure it locks. So with this feature, it allows for easier to reach. So a lot of models are just locked, which is fine, and that's for a specific purpose. But this again is for the athlete that really needs to dig into certain areas. So you have a lot more control. So there are actually 3 different variations. And here we go. This is where it's fully up. So again, you're just gonna press this nozzle in and you can come all the way back down. Just make sure to listen for that click and then you know your gun is ready to use. Now the final awesome part of this model is it actually comes with a charging port, which is right here. So all you gotta do is plug it here and make sure it's plugged into the wall, and you can actually leave this on your desk. And we found that it actually becomes a conversation piece, which I love because people will come in and be like, hey, what's that? And gives you an opportunity to kind of show off and demonstrate, which is kind of fun. But the best part about it is that you can just set your gun in there, leave, go about your day, and you know that your gun is always going to be fully charged and ready there waiting for you for full use, and you never have to sit and wait for it to be charged when you're aching. So again, you guys, be sure to register your product below, and if you have any issues or anything like that, we want to let you know that we're here for you and we will replace your product at no cost. So again, have an awesome day and thanks again for watching.
This is the Theragun G3 Pro, our most powerful professional-grade flagship device. It's powered by an industrial-grade Japanese motor and can deliver up to 60 pounds of force without stalling. The G3 Pro delivers our signature treatment of 16 millimeters of amplitude at 40 percussions per second. This combination is doctor calibrated to relieve pain, enhance athletic performance, and accelerate recovery. It has an adjustable arm that optimizes treatment for hard-to-reach areas. Our ergonomic multi-grip handle is designed for comfortable use from any angle, with zero stress on your hands and wrists. It has 2 speeds, our signature 40 percussion per second treatment speed and a lighter 29 percussions per second speed for sore-sensitive areas. The G3 Pro comes with 6 of our precisely engineered Pro attachments. Lotions, oils, and sweat can be easily wiped away, making it easy to keep them clean and sanitized. The 2 external lithium-ion batteries are swappable for continuous use, allowing you to take your treatment anywhere, whether you're at a training session, the gym, or off the grid. The G3 Pro also comes with a premium protective travel case and a pouch for all your Pro attachments. The Theragun G3 Pro, made for professionals, designed for everybody.
Hypervolt's a great tool to use at home. You can use it in the morning to prepare yourself for work, and you can use it at the end of the day to help yourself recover. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and demonstrate a few specific areas that we're gonna use the Hypervolt. So typically we're gonna go onto the calf muscles, then we're gonna use this outer thigh muscle, which is called the IT band, and then we're gonna move up into the hip area and we're gonna do the hip flexor. This muscle gets very tight during the day from sitting. And then we're gonna do the upper shoulder muscle called the trapezius, and we're gonna use that because typically during the day, your shoulders are rounded and forward, and they get very tight and painful. So what we're gonna do is have Eli demonstrate this, and typically what we recommend you do with the Volt is choose whatever head that you like the most. We're using the rubber tip version. That's typically a good one. And then I'm gonna ask Eli to go up and down his calf muscle called the gastrocnemius, and we're gonna go up and down until he finds the area of tenderness. And once he finds that, I'm gonna ask him to hold it for 30 seconds. And the reason we hold it for 30 seconds is you have a receptor in your muscle that responds to vibration and pressure, and it gets the muscle to relax, which then loosens it up, and it helps to relieve pain. So after we get done with the calves on both sides, we're gonna move up to the outer thigh called the IT band, and we're gonna have Eli go up and down the thigh, and once he finds the tender point, we're gonna ask him to hold that again for 30 seconds. And then once he's done here, we're gonna ask him to move up to his hip flexor. So he's gonna stay off of the bone, go to the outside of that muscle. It's called the tensor fascia lata. And again, that can get tight from sitting. So we're gonna have him find that and just hold it. And then once he's done with that, we're gonna move up to the upper shoulder and we're gonna do his trapezius muscle. And what we wanna do is stay off of this outer bone called your acromion, and we wanna stay off of your upper neck cervical joints, and also off of this right here called your clavicle. So just find the areas of tenderness, and you're just gonna again hold it for 30 seconds.
I'm Jill. I'm a personal trainer. I'm a fitness instructor. I teach a variety of different classes, everything from weight training, intervals, Tabata, mat work, and I also love to just work out, really lift, and really get myself a great workout. So what I do in order to have recovery and to have good self-care habits is I use this, which is my Life Pro Fitness Sonic Massage Gun. And this has really been a game changer for me and my self-care. It works the deep muscle work that I couldn't really get using other tools. I had to try to kind of get in with different things and I really couldn't, so I felt like this with the percussive therapy really got in and really worked that deep muscle. I've been using it for about a month now. I've definitely seen changes in my body. It doesn't feel as tight, it doesn't feel as stiff, it feels looser and it feels lighter. So let me show you a little bit how it works. There's a button in the back that turns on and you see red lights and you know that it's good, it's charged. It has a long battery life. I don't know exactly how long it is, but it's long. I've barely charged this since I've had it. And then what you can do is just press this button here and this starts it working. And then there's different settings. So it goes all the way from the 20 all the way to the 60 HZs. And you can make it a little bit more and you can just start using this therapy. And I started using it first on my leg and on my glute because I have a lot of issues here, lower back, hip issues, and they extend to my leg, to my IT band, to my glutes. And what I do is I basically, every night before I go to bed, it's just part of my routine. I come into my room where I keep this, right by my bed, and I just start working on myself. And I just easily do this. You can easily hold the gun. It's really not heavy. And I just take some time to go and just kind of loosen up those really sore, tight muscles. It's natural pain relief, which is great. No pills, very easy to use. And then I'll go and I'll work the other side. And I do the same thing. And sometimes you hit a spot that's really hurts, you know, and I kind of leave it there for a little bit. When I first started using it, I had to keep it at a low setting to kind of get used to it because I had never used one before. So I used it on the light setting first, and now I've graduated to a little bit more percussion, a little bit more strength with it. And then you can come down and you can use it on your calves, and sometimes it feels really good. Sometimes it hurts a little bit, but you know that it's a good hurt. It's definitely a good hurt. You know, when you do a stretch, sometimes that's a good hurt. This is the same type of thing. And then I use it on my other calf. And one of the other places that I've used it is right here. So I have some back pain that actually is because I'm really tight in my chest. So I have been using it right here, and I had an issue where I had this back pain and I needed to really work on my pecs. And again, this is what I did every night. You can easily hold it in one hand, and I would just kind of, and it feels so much better when I do this. I feel my chest really opening up. And you can hear how it's not loud. You know, it's not like you have to yell over it. It's very, and then this is the max setting, and again, just bringing it through. And some days I need the max setting, and some days I can go a little bit lighter. It all depends, but I realize that I need to be consistent with it. So that's a user thing, right? That's not the machine, that's the user. It works. You have to put in the time, not a lot of time, just a little bit of time. And if you put in that little bit of time using this, it will definitely work. You'll feel a difference. It's easy to use. You can do it standing, you can do it sitting, you can even do it laying in bed, depending where you're going to use it. But it's very affordable. It comes with a case. There's different attachments. So for me, this attachment really works, this big ball. But there's other attachments that you can use too. So you'll find the one, that works for you. But I have to say, I really do like this. It's very easy to work with. It's very easy to remind me that I have to do that self-care, and this is definitely part of my self-care routine.